Okay, I just started chapter 2. I'm going to explore the Crusaders camp. I'm not sure if I'll get through the whole thing, but let's see. There's probably lots of conversations and things going on around here. Let's check it out. Take a look at the page I got from the Grey Garrison. Okay. Why did the elves decide to flee, not fight? Your mentor is a mage? Then you must be one too, yes? What is this Sorian stone? Why are you angry at your fellow elves? What happened next? Oh, interesting. The Aboleths called down the meteor. What is Earthfall? What was the tower you mentioned? What are you going to do next? Okay, let me see if this says anything different. Tell me about Earthfall. No, it's the same stuff. Okay. Thank you for your stories. I want to discuss your past with you. Okay. Have you decided to join the Crusade? I have to go. Tell me about yourself. What are your duties in the camp? What do the soldiers think of their new commander? Show me what you have. Who are you? Oh, he was in the tavern, right. What were you doing in the Defender's Heart? Have you joined the Crusade? I have to go. Oh. I'm to be played by a gnome. A Cyclops actor. Don't you have any other actors who even vaguely resemble me? Alright, I've made my decision. I'm just kind of curious what happens if you're the director, it's your choice. I just want to see what happens. Yeah, give me a sip too, to Her Majesty's health. Sure, I'll just end up with a bunch of drunken soldiers. It's fine. Oh. I just got triggered by something. Nope. Okay. Darren's leaving. Huh. I mean, I do find him interesting, so why not? You know, I would like it if you stayed. You intrigue me too. Uh-huh, okay. Just go talk to the queen. What the hell was that? Did I just trigger something? I don't know. Not there anymore.
I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomedae herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
Interesting.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Sozion Bainik. One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomedae also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it.
Well, she's full of pep.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Sure.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, her trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new Crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the Crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Did you know that the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. And one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomedae's herald erected the first Wardstone in Canopus, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomedae easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the Wardstone in Canopus, and were able to save this gift of Iomedae. It was a deed worthy of a Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
You should know I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canabras. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow, he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the World Wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel, even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on their special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
Of course. I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden?
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton Vane. I saw him at the Grey Garrison. He defected to the demon side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
Huh. I'm not sure. Both of these. Kind of this one. Yeah. I kind of feel this one more. You punished him with a life of disgrace and humiliation, and that life finally broke him. It's sad, but not surprising.
Perhaps exile would have been a more merciful sentence than decades of service among those who despised him. I was hoping he might atone for his guilt with a heroic act, but he likely decided that atonement was impossible, and he might as well give himself over to evil.
What forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
It's been decades and no one has managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly, before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What about long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods
been
of
100
wound
years.
closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and to gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss.
Okay, well that's ambitious. I have no more questions.
Wonderful.
And what are you going to do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Oh, interesting. My queen, I ask you remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the Crusade, and the blessing of Iomade that you carry may be decisive in this battle.
Here, a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign? I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the Crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito. Until we approach
Undercover
Dresden,
boss.
no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
The task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, she has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
That's a hell of a title.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
Um, should I just go with that? Sure, I'll go with this one. What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him his chance to serve the common cause.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill her orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the Crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
She's getting it pretty good here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
Okay. Well, a whole lot of stuff just happened. Oh, it's an Eva. Stronger? Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? Oh, sounds great. Well, at least she cared enough about her to try to hide her away. Quite a ragtag group we've got here, from nobles to street thieves. How did you meet Irabeth? How did you and Erebeth end up in Canabras? What is it like living with Erebeth? Thank you for your answers. I have to go. Oh, he's painting.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The Flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
Who are you, and how could you possibly be of use to my army?
My name is Solzio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and its demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
What are you painting?
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian and hurriedly returned to Canabras, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple.
Well, that's sad.
I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I will never forget that I owe them my life. Every minute of it, every breath that I take, is a gift they gave me. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
You want to discuss something with me, right?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabras behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. but if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
It seems worthwhile. It was nice meeting you. Now I have to go.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Okay, so that's another map revealed. Interesting. What brings you here? Yeah, I do remember he's the last survivor, but might as well hear about it again. Tell me what happened at Heaven's Edge. Huh. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Oh, it found the demons dead with their heads cut off? Oh, that's kind of weird. That is all very strange. Oh, we definitely have to go there. You've already been to the estate several times. What do you expect to find now? That makes sense. I guess you'd know more 10 years later. Why can't you search the estate yourself without involving me? Did you question Darren himself? So you suspect that Darren is hiding something, that he is to blame for the tragedy? Fine, I will help you. What do you need me to do? Interesting. Let me just... I'd like to discuss your investigation and the events at Heaven's Edge again. I'd just like to make sure everything's clear. Tell me about yourself, Inquisitor. I want to know who I'm dealing with. Interesting. I have to go. And then... Interesting. You probably heard about the wound I have, the one that sometimes opens on my chest. Can you perhaps tell me if it is some kind of demonic curse? What can you tell me about this wound? Perhaps you know of other cases like this? Oh, that sounds awful. All those bones and cartilage turned to glass. Do you think it's dangerous? Thank you for your answers. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? How did you come to serve Crane Galfrey? How weird. He thought only of five. Okay. So you're not just a historian, you're a writer too? Will you write a book about my crusade? Do you worship any deity? Thank you for your answers. Tell me about the history of the world wound. Oh, okay. Tell me about old Sarcoris. How did the world wound come to be? Huh. Oh. She's a demon lady now. She's the one who took me to the gates at the beginning of the game. Tell me about the first Crusade. Tell me about the second Crusade. Tell me about the third Crusade. Tell me about the fourth Crusade. Thank you for your answers. I have to go. I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arande estate someday. All right, deal. So how do you like your new role, advisor? Did you also receive a fraction of that unusual power? I should go. Goodbye. Tell me about yourself. Oh. Where are you from? So you're an artist? Fascinating. May I see your sketches? Instead of working as a craftsman, you decided to serve a deity? An interesting turn of fate. How did you end up in Canabras? Oh, interesting. You must love your brother very much to follow him here. How did you end up at the court of Queen Galfrey? How do you manage to always look like you're on your way to a tea party, not a battle? You do so much to help others. I want you to know, whenever you yourself need support, you can count on me. What is a servant of the goddess of beauty doing in a war zone? I don't... Thank you for telling me about yourself. Tell me about your brother. Thank you for talking to me. What do you think of my new powers? Do you have any other suggestions? Call myself a god and deceive people? That's disgusting. Anything else? Who's this mysterious elf? What the hell? Did I know? Okay. I don't remember that. Your supply would do any wine shop proud. Does the Crusade really need this much alcohol? Oh, was that... What's her face? You know, the one I like, Escape. I saw you talking to the girl hiding her face. Who was she and what did she want? Uh-huh. Is that... Kaylessa? Is she looking for Forn? I found a scabbard with your family name on it in the Great Garrison. Is Aniva sick? I can see that you truly love her. So it turns out that the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. We need reinforcements. Can you get us more soldiers? I guess I have the money. You have your orders. It's hard to believe your origin is so humble. You deserve a noble title more than many who inherit them. Oh, I think that's the previous game. I have to go. he's got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. We're going to fight demons, not fae. It's an odd feeling. So many people are counting on me. I can't let them down. Oh, okay, so now I'm getting a whole bunch of side quests I would have missed. What do you think of your new powers? How are you handling your new abilities? The Queen gave me the title of Knight Commander and put me in charge of an army. What do you think about that? You know what? Why not? Are you really trying to find a correlation between fang length and civility? If someone gets on my nerves, I can bite hard enough too. Let them copulate. Why should I care? If I'm going to be eaten, there's nothing much I can do. That's the fate of a tomato. Okay. What did you think of what happened in the Grey Garrison? Did you feel a change in yourself? Tell Her Majesty I will come at once. I gotta go talk to the Queen before I leave. Oh, he has so much to say too. Tell me the story of Horgus Gorm again. What's it like to live your entire life under someone else's name? Aren't you afraid I'll reveal your secret to everyone? Why have you decided to support the Crusades now? Why did you hide the fact that Camilla is your daughter? How did Camilla's mother die? What can you tell me about the Count? Oh, about Count Darien Arender. I can talk. What can you tell me about Count Darien Arende? The nobles of Canabra should be acquainted with each other, shouldn't they? I have to go. What do you think of the powers you received from me? So you're Horgus's daughter. I was wondering when this was ever going to come up. I found a number of interesting implements and accessories in the Gorm mansion. Oh, so she doesn't say anything about it. Okay.
I'm on.
Hello. So, what do you reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
I haven't figured it out yet. We'll see what happens next.
Watching and waiting is a good strategy. Probably. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself? You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know. I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me. Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Just spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
Which influential crusaders did you save from the Spinner of Nightmares? It's pretty good, actually. Tell me about your confrontation with the Spinner of Nightmares. Tell me again, how did it all begin? Okay, that's just a repeat. We'll talk about this later. There she is. Why did you decide to join the Crusade after all? Your presence will boost the soldiers' morale. May I ask you a personal question? I've learned so much about Queen Galfrey from chronicles and legends, but what about the other Queen Galfrey, the one that the historians and bards cannot see? Mendiv is lucky to have such a queen. I am twice as lucky, for she has agreed to fight by my side. What? That's not how I meant that, but okay. I was just trying to be nice. How does it feel living for so long, beyond all natural limits? You're over 100 years old, my queen, aren't you? Why did you entrust me with Darren? You've given an army and the title of Knight Commander to a stranger. Why? You called it the sign they've been waiting for, but I take it you are reserving judgment? Oh, interesting. So Aomade took over from Eridan. Interesting. I must go. Oh. What just happened? The rain of eyeballs? Oh boy. I guess I'll try. Address the soldiers and boost their morale. Oh, I succeeded. Nice. Wow, we just fought a bunch of tornadoes for a half an hour? That's crazy. Oh. I don't know who I want to... I think I like Lan more. I was going to go with Darren. Because I like the, you know, jerk to good guy storyline. But Lan just seems like a straight up good guy. He thinks he's going to die storyline, so... maybe that. I do just like good guys. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Just Conrad's. It sounds like a little more than that. I'm pleased you've taken it upon yourself to protect me, Lan. I feel better when I know you're with me. Okay, this seems like a good place to stop. I think I've explored all of the camp. And next time I'll do a couple of side quests and explore the world map. Alright, thank you for watching.